to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. So today's episode is a pre-fight show for UFC on Fox. VanZant versus Waterson, UFC's women's strawweight clash of the ages. Two top ranked, I should say, women's strawweight fighters. Two very talented and striking and just well versed in everything. So, yeah, let's do a quick rundown of this main card with my pre-fight analysis slash predictions. Okay, so in the women's strawweight division, we have Paige VanZant versus Michelle Waterson. Michelle Waterson, former atomweight champion, the 105-pound champ in Invicta FC, and Paige VanZant, who fought in Invicta, but shortly thereafter went to the UFC and has made big splashes and waves, taking out the likes of Felice Herrig and I believe Caitlin Curran, among others. So Michelle Waterson is, I think, the one that the masses aren't going to be looking at. But the people that keep up with MMA know about Michelle Waterson and know that she's known as a karate hottie. And she has that label not because she's pretty, but because, I mean, she is, but I mean, it's just, she's a karate expert. I mean, she's been doing karate for ages, and she's really good at karate. And I think the karate background is going to be the key factor. I think they're both kind of at the same level grappling-wise, and so it's going to say standing up. And when it says standing up, Michelle Waterson is going to have the advantage here, and she's going to win by unanimous decision. And Steve, if you're watching this, I know you want me to pick Michelle Waterson, so I hope you're happy. I'm picking Michelle Waterson. Yeah, so picking Michelle Waterson by unanimous decision here. I think she just looks a lot better on the stand-up, and she outpoints Paige VanZant. And Paige VanZant could take a beating. She proven that in the Rose Namajunas fight, where she just got dominated, and Rose eventually submitted her. And in this one, I don't see there being a submission. Who knows, it could happen. But I can see Michelle Waterson keeping Paige at bay and landing good, clean strikes that keeps her guessing what's going to happen next, and Michelle Waterson will just keep teeing off on her. And then Paige will try to keep readjusting, but just Michelle will be 2 steps ahead. So I'm picking, yeah, Michelle Waterson, unanimous decision here. Then in the co-main event, we have in the welterweight division, Sage Northcutt versus Mickey Gall. 2 top prospects in the UFC. Sage, he's fought at lightweight, and he's fighting at welterweight here. And Mickey Gall, he's known as the guy that beat Mike Jackson, not the singer, someone who's almost as famous as the singer, but yeah, Mike Jackson in the UFC. And then also some guy named CM Punk, maybe you've heard of him. He's a former world champion in the WWE multiple times over, and he's had a lot of accolades throughout his career. And yeah, Mickey Gall dominated him and submitted him in the first round back at UFC, I believe 203 was it. So Mickey Gall is getting this big matchup with another top prospect in Sage Northcutt. And I'm picking Sage Northcutt to win this one, 2nd round knockout. I think Mickey Gall has good striking, heavy hands, great jiu-jitsu. However, Sage Northcutt has decent takedown defense, will be able to get back up, is energetic, has strength, and I think striking-wise, he's way better than Mickey Gall. So I'm picking Sage Northcutt, my fellow Texan, by the way, to win 2nd round TKO here. And I like Mickey Gall too, don't get me wrong. Nothing against the New Jersey guys. But, man, I'm picking my fellow Texan here. And I'm not being biased either. I mean, you look at Sage Northcutt's accolades in, I think, Taekwondo and karate it is, where he's just dominated and won tournaments and trophies and whatnot and all that. And he's a lifelong martial artist. And Mickey Gall is talented as well, but you know, people forget Sage Northcutt's been doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for years and years and years, as well as Mickey Gall. And Mickey Gall may have a slightly better Jiu-Jitsu, in my opinion, but Sage Northcutt will be smart enough to avoid the ground game, I think, and have enough skill to avoid it, and land some good clean shots and get a knockout in the second round. Then in the bantamweight division, we have Urijah Faber versus Brad Pickett. Urijah Faber, this is his final match. Brad Pickett, he's borderline retirement as well, but he's going to look to keep fighting for the time being. And yeah, I think Urijah Faber gets this one done by unanimous decision. I think this one kind of goes back and forth maybe for the first round, but then Urijah Faber figures it out, and he starts maybe wrestling with Brad Pickett and getting some takedowns. Not a lot, but maybe one per round, which will win him the round. And then he'll win, like, say, unanimous decision, 29-28. So that's what I'm picking. Urijah Faber, unanimous decision. And then, yeah, so that's a good bantamweight clash there. And then to kick off the main card in the welterweight division, we have Alan Jouban versus Mike Perry. Mike Perry is a top prospect in the UFC. A lot of people are watching him, seeing what he's going to do next. I mean, the guy is just talented everywhere. Alan Jouban, on the other hand, he's beaten the likes of Bilal Muhammad and just so many other talented fighters. I gotta go with Alan Jouban here. I think he gets it done. First round KO punches. I think I could picture Mike Perry maybe overcommitting because he has those power shots and he's going to try to land those. And Alan Jouban is just really quick, and I think he moves to the side just in time to land a good clean shot and knock out Mike Perry. And you know, also Alan Jouban has a great wrestling coach in Kenny Johnson, Bolt Wrestling. Check it out on Facebook. Yeah, so I think Jouban can stuff any takedown attempts of Mike Perry, at least in the first round, and then if it goes to the second and third round, Mike Perry may or may not get takedowns, but I would be a little shocked if this goes past the first round. I think Jouban has a good chance at finishing him in the first round, but you never know. That's why they fight, right? That's why they say they fight. So yeah, this wraps up the pre-fight show for UFC on Fox, VanZant versus Waterson. And this is going to be a great card, so check it out. If you have Time Warner Cable, it's on Channel 11 here in the West Coast. It's on basic TV. It's on Fox, main Fox. That's why it's, you know, UFC and Fox. So yeah, this card is just phenomenal, and it's on free TV, so definitely check it out. And yeah, stay tuned in the coming days for my post-fight show of this main card, and until then, see ya.